Term life insurance. Call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 8:05 on a Tuesday, beautiful Tuesday morning here in Kirkwood, Missouri. This is the Lou Information Station live and on demand at louinfo.com. We just popped up on YouTube, so if you guys are listening, check it out on YouTube and go to Lou Info. All you got to do is type that bad boy in. You'll see our pretty faces. I'm going to wave to you right now. Like and subscribe and chat away. Talk amongst yourselves. Get into fights. Chirp us. I don't give a damn, baby. You could also text into the text line at 314-590-3770. Brendan Schaefer, Cam Janssen, Matthew Rocchio. We're doing our thing on this Tuesday. Let's go. What's up?
What's going on? I just posted the link to my Twitter so people on Twitter can see, that we're on YouTube and everything. And let me know what you think of this. I said, if they'll let me, we're all Mizzou all the time today on Hot Take Central. Jump into the YouTube chat, make fun of me, but be nice to Cam Janssen. He's soft and can't take it.
That's
fair, unfair?
Oh, no. Take out soft and put sensitive. Thank you.
Sensitive. He's just sensitive. You. He's a little sensitive today.
Jamie Rivers has some things to say about you, and he said you need to calm your ass down. All you Mizzou fans out there need to calm down.
Yeah,
calm down.
I don't think it was really about me, but it was like a subtweet in radio form almost, because the stuff he was saying definitely applies to me. Yeah. to the point where I retweeted something and tagged him and said, in fairness to Jamie Rivers, it's to only show my tweets, and then I put a little tiger. His thing was like, Kansas, you're supposed to beat Kansas. What are you getting so fired up about? And of course, I've been parading around. I was like, you know what? I was wrong. Mizzou's not going 11-1. They will be going 12-0 this year because Christ. Who's beating them? Who's beating them?
South Carolina.
No way. Not with College game day in town.
Is that the case?
Well, I'm working on it.
Work on that. But when I do think of Mizzou crazy,
I'm working on it, okay?
Your face pops up.
Yeah, it should.
It just does.
I've decided that's what I want, and I'm going to continue.
You're the face of them. You're the face of them.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, you are.
You are. Eli Drinkwitz would certainly disagree with that. But, I'm reformed now, and
you would disagree with that.
I'm all about the positivity.
If you stop listening to our show, go listen to Brendan Schaefer. There's something terribly wrong with you.
What's up, Big?
Start right off the bat.
I played high school basketball.
Right off the starting
to rip it.
I love marijuana.
So do I.
Well, who doesn't? But here's
so a lot of trans news.
And there is.
What was the topic after that?
We'll get to it in the 9 o'clock hour.
God, Frankie.
That was a good one.
I just want to know what the hell he was talking about.
It was part of his monologue, I think. Because I think I was I think I was just bored up for that. And I was like, I remember having the same thought, going, Frank, where is this heading? Because his monologue, it's got music in the back of it, and it's multiple minutes long, and you're just like waiting for the other shoe to drop on that.
I don't want to talk sports with women.
Oh,
well,
man.
Cole.
Cam Janssen can tell you anything you want to know.
There he is. Anything you want to know, right here.
Cam Janssen joins us.
He died.
Who was that?
He died. He was my GM in Nottingham.
Okay.
His name was Gary.
I think Ron DeSantis is a really good governor.
Well,
I had black friends. I've never swam with Matt Whitener.
You're just
Nobody
like spamming
has.
the.
Nobody has, Charlie.
It's like spamming.
I
the
didn't bang
spin
my
the
billet
wheel.
That's so true.
Hey, can I ask you, Rockio? You're a Mizzou, maybe not a honk like me, but you're a Mizzou grad.
Oh.
What do you think about the game day possibility? I'm trying to like move some momentum in that direction.
I'm going to answer that question, but can you do me a favor, Brendan?
Yeah.
See that other black Stanley out there?
Is it a Stanley Cup
for me?
He's making me leave the
I'll do it.
studio. No, I got it.
do it.
All right, well, Cam,
I would love it. And here's the
faster
thing.
than
We
me, so
went
we
through
gotta-
this yesterday. So if
yeah,
we
but
can,
I
if
wasn't
we can
here.
do this, no,
Who
yeah,
would you have
exactly.
gone through it with yesterday?
No. I wanted you to not to walk in front of the camera. That was the whole point of another person doing it for me. Jesus.
You, Cam, and the cat were talking about college game day yesterday?
We had Grant in yesterday.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
We got to get to that, too. I hear you're kind of hard on Grant.
That's
That's what Cam said. That's what Cam
I said that pre-show.
I know, but
you brought it up.
I
here.
said
did
I
you
wanted
mean
to
it?
get into it. I said I wanted to get into
I
it.
kind of did.
So if we're looking at week 4, and we talked about this, Joe Roderick texted me. He right now thinks that Illinois
That would be
at
insane.
Indiana is liable to take
It's
it.
liable. It is. And that's a night game now, too, by the way.
Auburn in Norman.
No, they just were in Norman
They
this
were just
week.
in Norman. You're right.
So that one I don't think will happen. There's
Michigan,
one other one.
Michigan in Nebraska won't happen.
Nah.
Why? Nebraska?
Because
Michigan lost.
Michigan lost.
Oh, yeah.
Nebraska's not that good. Like if like Dylan Raiola was like making a legitimate Heisman run, that would honestly terrify me that Michigan and Nebraska would steal that one because college football is and the Big Ten are desperate to make Nebraska
I
relevant
call
again.
Dylan Raiola Pat Apartments
Pat Apartments
because he tries to be Mahomes. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There's one other game.
does,
Do you
doesn't he?
still think Florida and Miami
That's the one
can
that
steal it?
I think that's the front runner to potentially steal it.
And that's why it's flexed right now, by the way.
Yeah, they said it's going to be that 6 or 6:30, just like our game, and it's going to be ABC or ESPN.
ESPN saying it still could be 3:30 or 4:30.
Really?
Yes, ESPN right now says flex on the schedule. ESPN has flex.
hope
on the
it's
schedule.
The SEC sent out. Well, that's
Okay.
interesting
Okay.
because Miami's not an SEC team, so I kind of wondered about that.
That's why
I was like, why would the
I know
SEC get to dictate when Miami
that's-
plays its home game?
That's and I don't think. I mean, it's probably wrong. They still have the flex on South Carolina too.
Yeah,
Missouri, so
I think that's
wrong.
probably the outdated one then.
Yeah, probably.
So
Come on,
I think
ESPN,
that's
update your stuff.
so basically it's going to be prime time for Mizzou, prime time for South Carolina. The Florida Miami game will be the same. It's just one will be on ESPN, the other will be on ABC.
Is there the other potential? Could they be holding back the trip to Columbia?
Hold me back till Alabama.
Till Alabama if Mizzou keeps on rolling.
I love the question because I have lots of thoughts on this. That game we know is 11 a.m.
That's true.
So that would be, it's happened before, but it would be, I don't think it would be the vibe you want. You want everybody in front of the columns. If you're coming back to Mizzou for the first time in 15 years, you want them where they had them for the Oklahoma game day in 2010. So
15 years?
Yeah, 2010 was the
wow.
last and only time that they've done college game day at Mizzou. Rock was probably there.
Rock was there doing his thing, baby.
What was that like? I was in high school still.
Were you behind him?
It was insane. I have I have a bunch of like personal like.
Oh,
I could have been
boy.
I could have been
I'm
front row
sure.
game day and I wasn't because I chose something else instead.
What'd
like,
you choose?
Like a moron.
What'd you choose?
The
A
girl
woman?
I'd been
You
chasing for
son
the
of a-
last year.
God!
Like an idiot.
I wish I
Honestly,
was by
like
you. I
an
wish I was
idiot.
by you when
Like
you
an
made some of these
idiot.
decisions.
can I say
I know.
something?
I know.
I
Man.
don't think I would want to be in like the front row pit at game.
That's fair. I wasn't in the front row pit.
Do you under the rules on this are like 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
let
saying.
you in.
I was going to say, what goes
But
down
you-
with game day?
So you
Exactly.
can't bring anything. Like it's all about getting on right behind the set for a 3-hour show that it lasts for 3 hours. And
Do you want
sometimes,
the truncated version of what happened?
yeah, I'll
essentially,
hear it.
it's 4:00 in the morning.
It got to be early.
And my buddies are banging on my door like, let's go. We're going to game day. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not going to game day, guys. I'll be there in a couple
Was
of
it
hours.
I'll be
cold?
there when I'm there.
It was cold, but I didn't care about that.
Really?
That wasn't why I was going
So
to game
you
day.
would have stood there for 6 hours. Since
Yeah, I was 100% planning to do that, and then things completely changed, and I was like, you know what?
I think I know what changed.
I'll wait until about 6
Well,
a.m. 7 a.m. to get
He
this
was
done.
tired, but hey,
Well, I wasn't
let me
moving.
ask. Well, okay, let me ask it this way: what time did you eventually roll over to game day that morning?
Like 8 a.m.
And where'd you're probably in the
deep.
sea of
I
people,
was
right?
deep.
See, that's kind of what I'm okay with. Though.
I can't even find myself when I look at like the full picture.
No, yeah, I'm thinking I want to be able to be there and see it, but I'm not a tall man. I'm going to be looking over people's shoulders,
Oh,
right?
you're
It's
going to
not-
get, yeah, dude.
I don't need to be in the front because, first of all, 5 a.m. is when they open it up. They might give you a wristband. You can't bring anything. No food, no drink. It's kind of like those New Year's Eve Times Square situations.
Sounds miserable.
No bathroom. You can't leave and come back. I can't imagine that sounds too
nightmare.
Fun. I just want to be around for the atmosphere of it. And I think I'll roll up, 8:30, 9 o'clock, just to be like, all right, I'm in it, I'm around it. I don't need to be at the front. I don't need
Where
to be
are they
seen.
having it at?
Well, it's when they have it at Mizzou on September the 20th, which is not official, but I am manifesting.
Yeah,
it'll be at the Columns on the bigger quad,
Crazy
the Francis Quadrangle.
I can't even go to that game if I
what?
wanted to. I'm
really?
out of town.
Oh, I'll be there.
So you are. You are considering going down there again.
I mean, for game day against South Carolina, I would.
And you say you go if I go.
I'm out of town.
Oh, see, I didn't know you were interested. I've got more tickets for some other games that I don't have to sell.
If Cam goes down to Mizzou, I'm going down to Mizzou.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Because I've got 4 season tickets.
Oh.
But it's not going to work. It's not going to work because we talked about last week. Cam has to be. If he's going, I'm in a club. I'm going to be some kind of.
I could suck it up.
I would.
He's got to suck it up for one game.
I could suck it up. I could suck it up.
We're gonna have you feeling so good.
Yeah, just make me feel. That's all I want to.
You're going to feel.
I want to feel good.
So little, actually. You're not going to feel anything.
Good. That's why I don't want to feel a damn thing. That's the best, Cam. When you
my
feel
season
anything.
tickets remain the greatest purchase of my life.
You're loving this purchase.
So I'm not going this weekend for the Louisiana game. It's the only game that I think I'll miss because my wife's birthday is tomorrow, and so. I'm like, all right, that can be a weekend. We can go do something that you want to do. She doesn't care about the football, but she reluctantly will go, and she knows that our son loves it too. So, but what I'm selling these tickets for, I've almost made my money back.
Oh,
and we're
you,
halfway
homie.
through the season.
Good God,
and I'm going to every game, so I'm basically free rolling the season.
Nicely
so that's been amazing.
What do you sell the tickets for this weekend now?
This weekend is apparently family weekend, which means all the parents want to go. And so I tweeted
jack up those prices.
It's $100 per ticket on the SeatGeek or the StubHub.
Okay.
And I have said, I don't need to gouge people. I tweeted it out and I said, hey, I got these tickets, and a couple people messaged me. One guy said, hey, he's a Mizzou student. My parents are coming in and they're just looking they don't care where the seats are. I said, well, here's the view, and gave me the dad's number, and we talked it over $80 per ticket. It's and again, the season ticket was they're going to raise the prices next year, but the season ticket was $150 before fees for one ticket.
Okay.
And so with that one game, I basically, I recouped a whole ticket's worth for the season for the most popular game of the 8. It's unbelievable.
For you, man.
I would not. Students are getting a raw cut of it this year because
Oklahoma.
Not first of all, the way that they're doing tickets is ridiculous.
Oh, students. I thought you said sooner. Students are getting a raw deal.
Is ridiculous. And also this I just feel like the homecoming game is such a weirdly scheduled time that it's not going to hit as hard as it usually does when it's a little bit later on in the year. It's going to be hot. It's
it's UMass.
Yeah, the students are getting a raw deal this year.
You know why they had to do that, though?
Yeah.
I mean, they're selling. They have a sellout streak.
Yes.
And I said, when I saw the schedule, I said, make it Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Make that the homecoming game. How bold would that be to say we're going to be so good this year that we welcome Alabama for homecoming? Normally you schedule the Patsy, right? And that's what they did. But I was all about it. But then it's an 11 a.m. game. You don't want that for homecoming.
In fairness, I've been to the last time they didn't schedule a Patsy.
They've lost times that they've scheduled a Patsy.
They scheduled Patsy too, but also they scheduled Texas when Colt McCoy was the quarterback for homecoming. I think it was my freshman or sophomore year, and got slaughtered 60-6.
Oh my
They've
God!
lost.
Don't do that.
They've lost.
So I can understand wanting to avoid Bama, even if it is Caleb.
I think the Andrew Baggett off the upright was South Carolina. I believe that was homecoming.
So is that Drinky Poo?
The night
is
of
that
game
his
3.
decision?
That's a good roll of the dice.
Yeah, no, that was
When
reasonable.
you're Big 12 Mizzou and it's Colt McCoy's Texas.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
No, that was not probably. Maybe the Big 12 that was different. Like the SEC, you ask. First of all, I thought you weren't calling him Drinky Poo.
No,
anymore.
you're right. I'm sorry about that.
Let's show some respect.
He literally did on Twitter yesterday when I tweeted him the clip of him jumping into the thing. Literally, the very first thing was Drinky Poo.
I appreciate what he did when he walked by, and he's like, "No, I'm a nerd. I get it."
We don't.
I'm like, "Oh, cool."
With the Perbula interview, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, you are, and it's all good.
He said he's the biggest dork in college football.
Good
That's
for
funny.
you. Good for you.
I just think we don't want people to say that we don't like Mizzou on the station. I'll make sure that doesn't happen here. You know what I'm saying?
So does Drink just Alabama?
I don't know
if
it's
interesting.
I think it's a combo
we'll
of Drinkwitz, the SEC, Mizzou athletic department trying to figure out they have a sellout streak going. And remember, I don't think it's a benefit that they get 6 home games to begin the season, because people kind of get like, all right, am I going to go every weekend in September? That's a little rough. So I actually think what the national people would say is a benefit to Mizzou kind of sucks, because that means you don't get those home games later in the season when you're playing tough competition. You have to keep going on the road every week. That's not a benefit to Missouri.
Yeah, I hate the schedule.
But when you do have the 6 home games and there's nothing you can do about it, you're trying to sell out all of them to keep your streak alive. UMass would have been a skip game. You know what I mean? UMass would have been the one that you go, okay, we've been here. We've been in Columbia for 4 straight weeks. We gotta go to the apple orchard or something as a family. And they're like, you can't. That's homecoming. So like strategically, it made sense that they would put the UMass game on the 27th.
Did they play UMass last year too?
They went to UMass.
Oh, that's right. What was the score of that game?
A lot to a little.
Like 60
and to think
4.
I was worried. I'm like, you don't go to a place like that. You don't go to a small school and like risk losing. UMass is terrible. They're worse than Central Arkansas, I think. Like that's going to be a completely easy game. But I think that's why they made it the homecoming game. Where do I rank the secondary on the scale of Mizzou concerns? The biggest concern, or is the kicker still number 1? Yeah, I think the secondary might be the biggest concern.
I'm gonna put this off and send it to Dalen Carnell. You sucker.
We can talk about that too. I met Zach Sweet at SEC Media Days when we were down there. The kid that predicted the Kansas win.
Sour?
He was not. He was sweet. He seems like a great kid, and
ridiculous. What?
What do you think is now? Let's talk about that.
I think it's dumb.
Dumb to predict the Kansas win.
No, dumb to react to him predicting the Kansas win like he's not. Like he's not. Like here's the thing.
Here's what you do.
He's a student journalist, right?
No, my thing is that like Kansas is a good team. They were up early.
They're solid.
2 splash plays.
Oh, why'd they get the splash plays? Was it the secondary had a little bit of a lead? Like that's the part.
And also, like, here's the thing. Based on the numbers, 0 people could have predicted that Mizzou was going to hold their rushing offense to negative rushing yards.
I was worried
There was
about
legitimate
the
reasons.
offense.
They had uncorked 150 yards back to back, and Mizzou had led 150 yards up against Central freaking Arkansas. There was a lot of reasons to worry about the rushing game, but they stepped up and kicked ass, no doubt about it. But like there were reasons why the kid made the pick, and so to come down on him like he can't do anything is insane to me.
No, I think there's a lot of good Mizzou topics. Aaron's tweet here though, or
dropped your jaw legitimately.
He said, "I'm here at Texas A&M with a student sports pass for $400, which is a pretty penny. The minimum ticket for the Texas A&M game last year against Texas was $800.
Damn.
Which, like the KU game, I sold 1 extra ticket for that for $180, which is like more than a season ticket up in the nosebleeds. But the sports pass thing though is what you were referencing, Rock. So Cam." Used to be when me and Rockio were there, like if you got your season tickets, you got them. We actually had paper tickets back when I was there, and like you'd pick them up at the beginning of the year. For basketball, like I had to camp out a couple times to like overnight to be in line to make sure I got them. But yeah, once you got them, you got like a manila envelope basically.
They did a special camp out for the last couple Border War games,
and I didn't have a Border War because I was a freshman the following year. But anyway, they would like figure it out. It was oftentimes be here for this date, camp out if you must. And, get your tickets. Now, they've kind of bungled it this year because they sold a zoo pass or whatever, a pass for, they say it's for every sport you can want to get into, it's a zoo pass. But then as football gets here, I don't know if they knew ahead of time that they had done this or they found out they oversold how, like, there are more zoo passes than tickets available for students for football this year because they used to could just push them to the hill, but there is no hill this year.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where along the way they kind of got that, thought that this would go better than it's gone, but basically every week now there's like a Hunger Games to get your ticket, even if you've got the pass that in theory should have allowed for you to get a ticket to every game.
So are people bitching about that?
Oh my
God.
Because
the system to get tickets for the first week, people were missing classes and like having to wait like
they
hours.
did like 10 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
And it's all online, and then the online system didn't work. And so each week they've tweaked it to where now the new plan is like for each game, it's like 30% seniors, this game more freshmen you get a chance to. It's all online, and it's like, not based on now. It's like you have 2 days to click your button, and then Wednesday they'll tell you if you got a ticket. There's no like transparency to like the rhyme or reason behind.
The percentages make no sense. The
I don't know.
Freshman and sophomore get more of these get more tickets against like South Carolina and the seniors get more tickets against UMass.
But it's like,
UMass
UMass is homecoming, so I think that's why they're trying to give the seniors their homecoming ticket. Later in the year, the seniors had some priority. People are upset, which I get. Like, it's just strange to oversell it, and I don't know if they just didn't consider how much of a difference the Hill would make. Where it's like normally it doesn't matter. Like you can sell just about as many as you want to, and in the overflow of the student section was the Rock M, the Hill, and now it's not. And so
do you think they would
upset.
sell out if it wasn't homecoming to UMass?
Would they sell out the game?
Yeah.
Not. I don't know if that game has sold out yet, or if it hasn't, it's close. It would be a questionable going into the week, kind of like it was for Central Arkansas, but they would kind of find a way. Same way the Cardinals find a way to not announce less than 20,000 for a while, and then they stopped being able to even do that because people weren't going. But that was, again, when you look at the calendar, that was going to be the game that you would skip, right? Because there's 6 in a row, and you can't be at all of them from Kansas City or the St. Louis side, and so I think that's why but it is, I think UMass is a night game, and so that allows for like the full tailgate experience for people to enjoy for homecoming.
God, I like those day games, though, man.
Like 11 a.m. or 2:30? What's the best?
Either way. I like getting up.
I like the 2:30.
And then all of a sudden there's a game
11
on.
games suck.
Like Alabama for 11 a.m.?
No.
Okay,
At
but
home, if you're at home, I get up and I put the TV on after I watch.
for sure.
I instinctively get queasy whenever I have an 11 a.m. game because I just remember those 7 a.m. beers.
That's my thing
Bloody
is
Marys,
thinking about
let's
tailgate or like physically getting there
Ice
from
cold
St.
beer
Louis.
when it's 30 degrees out is the worst.
Oh, that's not good.
We've all done it.
I don't know if I like that. I need a Red Bull vodka, baby.
We've all done it.
I need to get my blood going.
I can feel it like refreezing in like the top of my stomach.
Yeah, but I like that. I like when the game's over and it's still like it's not late at night. You still got time to do things. I don't know. 11 o'clock for me, baby.
Yeah, when I know I can get there, now it's like, okay, I'm an hour and a half away. Do I have to get there the night before? Now it's a whole 2-day ordeal to go to a football game. The 2:30 is the sweet spot where like you're home before it's insanely late and you have time to get out there during the day. It takes a whole Saturday.
Competitive game this weekend though.
I'm
like,
good with
Brendan doesn't. Brendan hopes it's a 40-point win.
Well, they're favored by enough.
How
it's
much?
like 20. It's to open like 21 and a half, and I think it's up to maybe 27, 20.
Who are they playing? Louisiana.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they ranked compared to UMass
Better.
and Central Arkansas?
Better for sure. But
okay.
but Mizzou should be able to win by at least double digits. Cam likes morning drinking. There's a shocker.
Get out of here.
You got your ass.
I go to bed early, damn it.
That's pretty good.
What a fantastic response to early drinking.
That's right.
Pretty good.
I go to bed early.
That's right.
Rock. So I want to double back and ask you, the kid that predicted Kansas gets the ire of Drinkwitz. He says that was a pretty bad take. And I think that's kind of in fun, but also maybe not. It's kind of like when Drinkwitz always, every press conference, press conference he brings, you're telling me?
I know.
Every press conference, and I love the guy, but like, he brings up Twitter every time.
Damn, man.
Okay, here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
There's the fact that it's a student journalist is what bothers me.
Because he's not a fan. He's not like the Brendan Schaefer saying, I'm a fan.
Actually, no, it's not even there's that.
Okay.
Him making that joke with Vahe Gregorian is a completely different thing to me. Him making that joke with Gabe DeArmond.
Right. An established
person who isn't going to get chased out of town.
People on Twitter were pissed at this guy.
Yes, because they had a take and they had an opinion on something. And so I actually think it's even like if he was making this joke with somebody established, I would be like, you know what, that's fine. If Dalen Carnell was making this joke with somebody established, I'd be like, that's fine. Being in that room and asking Drinkwitz a question and asking a coach a question in the first place when you're a student is not the easiest
thing.
There's
a lot of people in the football presser. There's a lot of people in there.
Everyone's like there are like 25 to 30 people
at least
spread out in that little auditorium.
Yeah, it's like a college class auditorium almost.
Like spread out in this little mini auditorium. I'm sure they've gussied it up since I was there, but nonetheless, like
it's a big room.
It's intimidating.
Like doing the one-on-one scrums out in the because I don't know if they still do it this way, but they would do the one-on-one scrums like out in the atrium area outside, and then you would do the Drinkwitz presser inside the actual little classroom theater kind of thing. And so it's kind of an intimidating thing. And when you're a freshman or he's a junior, I think.
He might even be a senior.
He might be a senior,
he's the
but
beat writer for the newspaper.
You still only have like 2 or 3 years of experience of doing this. So you have some experience. And so then having to worry about the coach directly calling you out, even if he's trying to have a little fun. It's just a little bit different. I know we don't want to coddle kids in college because they are trying to become professionals, but there is a level of like, you can joke with somebody who you have a relationship with, and joking the same way with a different person is going to come off in a different way. To me, it comes off in a negative way, both with Carnell and Drinker.
And I played 10 years in the show, and I was a tough guy, and I'm still intimidated asking Craig Berube questions in front of everybody, or Jim Montgomery. Like, I'm still kind of like, is this kind of, I want to
say it wrong. You know how you wanted it to come out, but it didn't. Like,
is this offensive to anybody? Because I kind of want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it that way. Yeah.
So I'm intimidated by it.
Like, if we're being 100% honest, what he did was, honestly, I think deserves a lot less flack than what our good friend Brendan Schaefer did last season.
Well, and that's what I actually
damn right.
Like, 100%.
I messaged Zach and told him that exact thing. I said, mine was self-inflicted, dude.
Sure.
You didn't do anything wrong.
You did nothing wrong.
And look, my thing even was like, okay, I tweeted that they should fire everybody because they're losing the Oklahoma game. I wanted them to win the Oklahoma game. I was caught up in the moment. It was dumb. I would not want those people fired because the program would be lesser for them. And I said that at midnight. Drink saw the tweet at 2 a.m. You can't help what happened. But it's exactly that point that I wanted to bring up. I think it's more important, and this is like even more, I hate to get on a soapbox, but I guess I'm going to do it anyway. It's even more important now where it's like the lines of media versus like social media versus it's very blurred. And I'm not trying to get political, but it's not, people don't really have a fundamental understanding of what Zach's role is as the beat writer for the newspaper at Mizzou. They don't know the difference. So he's got a show, and the production value of their Tiger Kickoff show actually looks really strong with the Columbia Missourian, I think, is putting that on. But they're doing their podcast, their show, and they're just doing just like we would do pregame predictions or whatever. And like thinking through the mechanics of this for the KU game, the first one in 14 years, even if I thought Kansas would win, I would lie and say Mizzou. Just because like it's the Kansas thing, but he was 100% honest with saying, you know what, I think the secondary is going to be an issue. It kind of was. Did you see there was a pass by Jalen Daniels? The first play of the fourth quarter was a deep bomb, and he overthrew him by 6 or 8 yards. If he puts it in the breadbasket,
had 2 steps on him.
He beat the defense. 100%. He was behind the defense. So the take ended up being wrong. But like
by the way, they're biting on every piece of freaking play action that Kansas is throwing out there.
And I hope that the secondary played well, the defense played well, in my opinion. But like if I'm South Carolina, if I'm Alabama, I'm like we're taking these guys on one-on-one. We're trying to throw those deep shots because that's going to be our best chance because they can stop the run. We have to be willing when the play action's there, when the deep shot's there, when the one-on-one is there. And like that was kind of Zach's analysis, and I don't think it totally proved to be dumb. So in a world in which a kid can make a prediction as a beat writer and say, "Here's what I think is going to happen," be wrong, but the coach, the offensive, I heard from Andy on my Columbia show, the offensive coordinator Kirby kind of came out and said, "Are you that guy that made that prediction?" Again, I don't know that it was malicious by any means, but it's one of those where it's like clearly,
but that's what you're thinking about.
They were using that as which like. To the point of my,
I'm okay with that part of it.
To the point of my thing last year, I'm sure Drink at some point used that as motivation with his team, which they all probably think if they know who I am.
I want to email Drink a fat head of your face.
If they know who I am at all, I'm sure they think I'm a complete bozo,
with a
which sucks. But that's like if it's to motivate my favorite team, I guess it worked out okay. And it's not worth it because I regret that it happened. But in Zach's case, he didn't even do anything.
It's the pettiest bull crap ever.
He didn't even do anything boneheaded. He literally was just doing his job and said the wrong, they happen to, it's the same thing with mine though. If I say he gets fired, they should fire him and they lose the game 31-17 because the offense doesn't come back. He doesn't tweet that at me.
No.
Now, granted, I should still look back on that and say that I shouldn't have said that. I'm rooting for Mizzou. I shouldn't have said that. But at the same time, like, it's kind of one of those things though, Cam, where is it petty? Yeah, maybe. But if you can back it up, by winning, you're Teflon. Like Drink has, and his players love him for it. That's the thing that I think is so interesting.
Can see that.
But what bothers me is when it's like Dalen Cardinell is like, don't talk like this, don't talk about the back end like that and stuff. It's like, man, he was just a beat reporter analyzing the game.
Calm down.
And like that, if I were a player, an athlete, and people like bozos on the radio like me or anybody else was saying this, that, and the other, and I got wind of it because of social media. It's so accessible now. You can find it even if you're not trying to. It would bother me if I'm Dalen Carnell, if I'm Drinkwitz, 100%. But then it's like when they get bothered by it, which is kind of legitimate because you're talking about me. You want to be above that, but if they take it personal, they take it personal because it's their life. I totally get it.
By the way, that's and just like he did it the correct way, by the way. Like you didn't say like Dalen Carnell and these cornerbacks are terrible.
No,
why is Toriano Pride even on this roster? The secondary is going to get ripped apart. He said, "Listen, the secondary's had some issues, but like essentially said the secondary's had some
receivers
issues before."
for Kansas are good.
Receivers for Kansas are a good group, and all those are true things. And so it's like he did it all the right way.
But the problem is, I'm cool with Dalen Carnell, with Eli, with Kirby, with them all kind of having a chip on their shoulder from it. But when fans on Twitter see that and they send death threats to a kid because he made a prediction, they said, go be with the Beakers where you want to be. It's like, man, we are lost as a society with that.
And those things are going to get tweeted out. And so you're giving people things to work with by making those little jokes. And that's why I think it's probably too smart. I don't like them doing it.
Hey,
bottom line.
Wombat wants you to I don't remember the tweet. Read it, Dead Eyes. Were you hammered? ? You were drinking.
Of course I was drinking during the game.
That's why I wanted you to drink down there and start tweeting out everything.
No.
I thought you were. You didn't have that much service down there. I was waiting for you to, especially at the beginning of that game. I'm like,
Kansas game?
I was thinking about you. I was hoping you were smashing Red Bull vodka.
The truth is, Tiger Deck, so Tiger Deck is the upper concourse where my seats are, and I don't have any service. But when it was 21-6, I said I'm going to go use the restroom. I was keeping it calm, but I'm going to go get some air. And we're like right to the overhang of the stadium. I can see Hearn Center. I'm just kind of hanging over the edge. I didn't jump up on the ledge, so you didn't have to worry about me there.
Good.
But I was just kind of looking off, and I go, I wonder if I have any service. Like standing at the edge of the abyss, and I did. And the % was you make it a halftime deficit by a touchdown by halftime. We're going to win. I tweeted that. It's still up. You can go find it.
That's a positive tweet.
That's
a positive tweet.
And guess what happened? They tied the damn game by halftime. It was unbelievable. And that's why
Jamie didn't think
Jamie
it was
Rivers
unbelievable.
Thought they should have won by more.
He says that you and your crew need to calm down.
I totally get it. Because it's like you're supposed to beat Kansas, but the rivalry meant so much. We didn't know how good Kansas was. We didn't really know how good Mizzou was. Mizzou hadn't played anybody yet. Kansas was a step up in that competition. And so to see it confirmed that, like, hey, Bo Prabula is who I thought he was. I've been touting Bo Prabula since December.
What's Bobo's grade?
Here's the thing.
His grade?
Like how old he is? No, the grade he gave him in the game.
Yeah, because Grant gave him
A. Grant did this yesterday. Yeah. Oh, Grant said B+.
Oh,
Grant gets sucked. Oh
my God!
We bullied him. We bullied him into saying A-.
How about A+?
Here, the only reason.
What happened to you?
Can I throw this out? And I threw this out to Howard Richards yesterday on STL Sports Central.
Okay.
And he kind of agreed with the point. One of the reasons I think he did have a big game, and this is credit to Kirby Smart and Eli
Kirby
Drinkwitz.
Smart, Kirby Moore.
Kirby Smart, Kirby Moore. Thank you. Kirby Moore and Eli Drinkwitz.
They coached a hell of a game.
And here's why. He always had either Norfleet or Coleman on an underneath route that he could go to for a safety valve.
The play calling was brilliant.
And that is credit to the play calling, but it does, I'm not going to say handicap, but it does, I think, tell you, okay, 300-yard game, yes, but it's not a 300-yard game where Bo's fitting, go routes into tight seams 100% of the time.
The Alubade throw
was nuts, but that's a better catch than it is a throw.
Okay.
Is my point. And I'm just saying a lot of the reason is because he was always having the safety valve. Listen, he always hit it. He's accurate as hell. And Howard Richards pointed out that if you're comparing him to Brady Cook, he makes quicker decisions than Brady Cook. Now that is in the moment. Howard says that and you go, oh, that's one little thing. And then you hear it and you go, wait a second. That is maybe the most important aspect of a quarterback. And so him saying
this
offense,
when it runs those quick passes, it runs that rhythm timing. Oh my gosh.
Part of the reason that he's always able to hit Norfleet and Coleman on the safety valve route is because the decision making and him getting through his reads,
his processing,
which is something quarterbacks don't have in college a lot. That's pretty impressive.
Now, I will say, I don't know that the Norfleet was often the third read. I think it was probably the first one. But like on the 4th and 1, where Norfleet scores a touchdown down the left side, it was a free runner at Bo. He didn't have time to look to dink around, and he, just did what he had. I mean, the only reason it's an A+ is the one play that. Again, it's almost a credit to him that he bounced back from it. The scoop and score where he fumbles and Kansas scores a touchdown. turned the momentum, and it took a while to get
Hardy
that
dropped
back.
it too a couple times. Didn't he?
Keegan Trost jumping on a Hardy fumble later in the game. But I would say when I thought about Bo Prabula since December when they signed him, I'm like, he's going to be the quarterback. God bless Sam Horn. He's not going to be the quarterback. It's Bo Prabula. Stop talking about a competition. I still don't know why Drink did it, but it's his program. He can do what he wants. But it was always Bo Prabula. It was always Bo Prabula. And why? Well, because he's going to have his best game when he runs for 102 yards and throws for 235 and doesn't throw a pick, and it's three touchdowns, one on the ground. That's not the game he had. He had that fumble, and then he really, other than one kind of big play, he didn't run after that. And he went 30 for 39 for 330 yards and 3. Like, he did it all with his arm. And so in that regard, it's even better than I thought he would be as a passer, and I thought he'd be pretty good.
How big is he?
He's not big.
He's not.
But
I saw him next to KG in that picture.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that much bigger. And KG's not that tall.
By the way, I got one of those shirts. I met up with KG on
you
Saturday.
Get one of
those
those
shirts.
State.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
I
He said he
shirts.
made those.
I like that.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
He
too.
posted
He's
it to Twitter, and I messaged him. I said, dude, tell me how much, and I will get one. And I
figured
I met up with him at a tailgate. So, yeah, that was.
What did you say to Drinky Poo back in the day? What did you say on your tweet? What did you say exactly?
Are people asking about
Yeah.
Darren Wombat, yeah. So
middle of
wants to know.
Middle of the second
Dead
quarter.
eyes.
Yeah. Dead eyes. Middle of the second quarter, Drew Pine was the starter for this game, and they were running a very vanilla offense. And my tweet.
Oh my God, Drew Pine was the starter.
I think it's still up.
Good for you.
Yeah, no. It's
I
he
didn't
did not
delete
delete
it.
that.
I still haven't
That's
deleted
how you
it.
do it right there, baby.
And like, look, would I probably delete something now? What do I wish I had? Kind of, because it never would have. I found the tweet just now from November 9th. Fire Drink, fire Kirby. I don't even care. They had 2 weeks, gang. 2 weeks. That was the tweet. Which
fire Drink
and fire Kirby, the offense. My point was, like, they had 2 weeks of knowing Brady Cook wasn't going to be the quarterback. This is the best they could come up with for an offensive game plan in the first half. Then they just couldn't move the ball. Granted, as the game went along, they opened up the playbook in the second half and let Drew try to throw. And look at that. It worked out.
So you tweeted that.
Yeah.
And the game was going the opposite direction.
Game was going the opposite direction.
Right was up. Well, it probably didn't blow up. So
I can tell you exactly what happened. If the
so when you tweeted that, they started turning it around. We like, son of a bitch.
Nope, I wasn't. But I got back to, and so that was I could find the timestamp, but it was during the game. I sent a long tweet at midnight, right on the dot of it. Yeah, what's up?
So as the game is turning around, is the tweet in your head, or do you forget about it? Does your drunk brain kind of push it out of your brain?
It's not even the drunk brain. It's you've seen me tweet about Mizzou in the past. Not this year. I'm not going to be the same this year. But in the past, it's like I am hyper fixated on every play, and I'm like, oh, they should have done this. Like I'm just
that as they're coming back, that tweet's in your head.
No, it's not.
It's
because
not
I've sent so many of them.
Okay, he was drunk.
I've sent so many of them.
As the game ending, you're not even thinking like, I sent a really bad tweet.
No, but you know what I did? I got back to the place we were staying. It was 12 a.m. on the dot that I sent the tweet, and I said, look, this is my tweet that I retweeted myself at midnight. Look, let's laugh at my objectively moronic tweet because it was dumb as hell and not sincere. Even if we had lost, Drink's record the last 2 years doesn't happen at Mizzou. I get it. I'm the moron.
You wimped out.
No, I tweeted that at least an hour before Drink ever tweeted his thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
he probably saw my second one. He probably saw that is my thought. Because then he clicked through it in his tweet. So mine saying I'm the moron, I'm the idiot, I'm the moron was midnight. At 1:01 a.m., an hour later, he tweeted, maybe just stop tweeting during the game. You've got no clue. That's what he said.
You got no clue.
Well, I didn't. It was it was wrong. But that
at
was
the time it seemed so right.
But my point is, it was an hour after I had already said, look how dumb I am.
It's funny. Man.
If I hadn't done that and taken great responsibility for myself and just deleted it, he never even would have saw it.
Brandon.
But it's fair.
Brandon.
I did say it. What's up?
Brandon.
Yeah.
With the way Roberts is playing, are we going to continue to see a mixed workload of running back?
Yes.
Or when we get to the SEC play, it's going to be the Hardy show.
Did you see Roberts? I mean, he was really good.
Flying, baby.
He was 60. I thought it was Hardy at first that scored that 63-yard touchdown. He was really good. So, yeah, it's going to be a 1-2 punch. Would you like to hear my running back rankings in the SEC? I've got a top 3 for you.
Go ahead.
Number 1 in the conference, Ahmad Hardy.
You're not going to do this.
Number 1 in the conference.
No, I can predict these. I already know these rankings off the top of my head. I can know what these going to be.
It's Ahmad Hardy. Who's number 2?
Number 2 is going to be Kawan Lacey. Number 3 is going to be Jamal Roberts.
Jamal Roberts is 2. Lacey is 3.
Wow. Wow.
Lacey was
Jamie's right.
Lacey was Mizzou's running back.
Jamie's right.
Lacey was a freshman at Mizzou last year. Now he transferred to Ole Miss, and he's got the
Nobody else. They're better than everybody else in the SEC.
Hardy and Roberts. Lacey is probably just as good as both of them, but that's it. Nobody else can even touch them.
Oh, man.
So they've got 2 of the best 3 running backs in the conference.
Can I also say, even if the Kansas team is good this year, I still think Carrie and Jamie are completely wrong about their take.
I didn't agree with their take,
because,
but they're allowed to have it, and they're not Mizzou guys.
Why?
Because it's the second longest standing
It's
running
the
rivalry
aspect of
in
it.
the country. The only one that's longer is because the rivalry was paused. If the rivalry doesn't get paused because of the conference change, it's the longest standing football rivalry in America. Therefore, it's one of the greatest rivalries in America. Full stop.
Yeah.
And so therefore, the resumption of it is a big deal no matter how good or bad either of these teams are. And therefore, it should have been a big deal no matter what the records were, no matter what time of the season it was at, no matter anything like that. This is a big deal because of the reaction you're getting from both sides of the state.
Yeah.
The reaction you were getting for the last 2 or 3 years as it ramped up.
More
on
Boy
and so forth.
Carter.
It's like, I don't care. The records don't matter. I don't even need to say qualify this with, but it is a good Kansas team, Carrie. No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's still the 2-10 Kansas team.
It's like Army-Navy.
It's the greatest rivalry in college football, and therefore
more than Army-Navy
needs to be celebrated.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, I'll give
Fine,
Army-Navy. I'll give Army-Navy.
It's the longest standing rivalry in college football. I'll stick to the factual statement.
I would probably give Auburn, Alabama the edge.
Screw the Iron Bowl.
I get it. It's a big game, though, and that's in-state, so it's almost like even more crazy to – but after that,
why doesn't Mizzou play Illinois that much?
They've scheduled them. They'll be playing them again.
Who would win right now, you think?
Hopefully we find out in a playoff game, maybe. I don't know. That would be the ultimate.
Are they pretty loaded?
That's Illinois? The one I really want because they are both really good teams.
Illinois
Illinois fans are seething, like there's a bubbling. There's
what's going to happen?
There's a bubbling under the surface.
Because they have this syndrome when it comes to St. Louis to think that
syndrome?
Well, first of all, they're not a St. Louis adjacent school.
Oh no,
that's a Chicago school. We're down here.
Carrie, I've officially separated myself from Brendan for this team.
You don't agree? You want to look at the mileage on it and see which one's the real St. Louis school? We can do it. We can do it. I've done it before. But the thing of it is, I was thinking coming into the year that I was pulling for. I almost bet them to make the playoff. Maybe I did and forgot. That's how many bets I placed. No, I wanted Illinois to beat Indiana coming into the year because I'm so tired of Indiana. If they get that freaking game day over us, Kurt Fraudnetti, are you kidding me? Their coach, this Indiana coach, where he's like, I'm going to do SEC scheduling. And they scheduled 3 high school teams and say that's what the SEC does. No, the SEC's playing Kansas. The SEC's playing, Baylor. The SEC's playing other teams.
Do you feel good about Fraudnetti?
I feel okay about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's accurate. I don't like the guy. And everybody's like, Kurt Cignetti's the greatest. Look, we've got cigarettes. We're going to promote smoking. I'm like, I think that's stupid.
What?
I think that's ridiculous.
Smoking?
Well, his name is Cignetti.
I'm a big Michael Cater.
And so people put like on the T-shirts like a cigarette, like Cignetti. It's like cool. Yeah, okay. It's like a mock-up of a Marlboro logo or something.
I am a Katic crawler, I'll admit.
I don't know what that is.
Michael Katic was their center last year. He does stuff now.
I'm sure he's great.
He's fantastic.
I'm sure he's great. But I'm
with you on hating Indiana.
When Cignetti in the playoff punted like 3 times across midfield, I was like, this dude talks a big game. He was talking about how we're going to do this and we're that, and he can't even go for a 4th and 1. Are you joking? Fraud, a complete fraud. So I was going to root for Illinois. But now I'm saying all this Illinois stuff, and Illinois fans are going to hear it, and then I'm going to start to hate Illinois. When
they have a syndrome.
I don't think about you. Like, it's not like the Kansas thing. I hate them. Illinois, basketball, I hate you. I want to beat you in basketball. Dude, the freaking football thing, Brad Smith just, whooped you every time. There's not anything to – so we'll play them again in football.
God, what if they lose this weekend? What would you do?
To Louisiana?
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that.
I'm just asking.
Why does he say that?
Because he's
trying to get me.
I'm not.
He loves tragedy is the issue.
He's trying because he's like, what's the most chaotic thing that could happen? And let's bring that up to see if
I love it. I love the emotion.
I'm not perfect, but I am unabashed.
So funny, dude.
As they say. So
somebody chimed in and said, I've never seen guys with thinner skin than journalists Derek Gould is a worse about
Come
taking
on,
criticism.
guys.
Oh, the guys
The
with
crazy
thin,
thing is that's from Gino, who has some of the thinnest skin in the
the
chat.
guys with thin skin are actually the players and Drinkowitz and the coaches.
I
That's
mean,
how I look
here's
at
my
it.
thing with Drink. I do think it would benefit him to do less Twitter because he
He's
talks
the one with the thin skin.
he talks about the fact that we
Throwing stones in glass houses.
he talks a lot. Well, he talks a
Oh,
lot.
Rocky, what's
Here's
up?
my thought.
You ain't getting
Oh, for
this.
sure. It was my own fault. But he talks a lot about how, like, every press conference, listen for it, about Twitter and how we have to ignore what's on Twitter. And it's like, you could just not go on it. But the reason he
I
does
can't
it,
help myself.
I think I have a decent handle on it. The reason he does it is because he genuinely believes, and I don't disagree with him, that, like, for recruiting, that it matters, that, like, the presence of what people view Mizzou stuff to be on social media matters because those high school kids are on it. And so if it looks like the place to be and the fans are, you know, all pulling in the same direction, then it's a positive, it's a force for good when it comes to recruiting. And I don't even think he's wrong. And so I think that's why he, you know, why he does pay attention to it as much as he does. But him and I are going to have no issues this year because I'm not going to call for his firing because that would be stupid. And you would have to be, you know, somewhat inebriated to do that. And so, you know, I got to own that, but
Illinois will come back down to earth and they'll get a 7-5 bowl game. They are irrelevant and not a local sport. Not sure why they get local coverage at all.
But see, they would complain and say they don't get enough local coverage. Illinois fans think they don't get enough, even though they're a Chicago school. I don't know what else to say. But you disagree with that take on the Chicago thing, Rock?
No, I just think Illinois is going to win 9 games. I disagree on the 7-5 thing.
No, I think they're going to win 9 too.
What did you say about Chicago?
It's like more of a Chicago school, Chicago adjacent.
They can do whatever the hell they want. Okay.
I don't think so. They're 2 hours and 14 minutes from Chicago. But they're 240 to St. Louis. They are closer to Chicago than St. Louis.
Oh, they're right there.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
geographically, that is true.
There's a lot of Illinois grads here. When they do play the game, it's in St. Louis. Like
totally good. I get it. I'm having a little bit of extra
plenty
fun.
of time. There's plenty of reason to. There's plenty of airtime. We can talk about Illinois every once.
I know.
In a while.
Is there another team that
I'm just
Mizzou can
teasing.
play in football? Is this a dumb question in Missouri, like Southeast? Or
They
what?
play him sometimes, but it's just like nobody on their nobody on their level. It's like a bye game at the beginning of the year. They played SEMO in recent years. The Missouri State one would be interesting because they're FBS now. I wonder if Mizzou would go, that doesn't really benefit us because what happens if we lose? I don't think that they're close enough to do that, but it's, you know.
Let's think about getting their coach on. Cam, you want to talk to them?
Sure.
They just won their first ever FCS game.
Yeah.
FBS game.
FBS. Missouri State did? Who did they beat?
They beat Marshall.
Oh, Marshall's having a tough go of it. They had to play Georgia too.
Yeah, exactly. So they won their first, they won their first ever.
Good for them.
Game, yeah.
On the road,
yeah,
21-20,
and they were
pretty good.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Heck, they had a moment where they were up against USC in
I saw that
in Southern California.
It was
so
3-0, I think.
It was 3-0. Then they got slaughtered, but it does not matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
You want to regroup?
Oh yeah, we're
screwed. Okay, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation. Fine. That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
But you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season, and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
These two men here, are they with you?
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 8:55 on a Tuesday. Lovely Tuesday. The weather's going to get a little hot. A little hot. For my first member guest I've ever had.
What's that?
Little nervous.
What is it?
It's a member guest golf tournament.
Is
It's a pretty serious thing.
Oh, really?
And I'm not a serious golfer, so I got to really crack down and practice. And
What would you score?
I'm a 25 handicap, which is so I'll get a lot of strokes on every
What does
hole.
that? What does that mean?
That means I'll get. So if I duff the ball, it doesn't count. I get a stroke on that. You know what I mean? Meaning,
I think that's right.
That's not what that means. You don't get.
He's like, I get 25 mulligans.
You don't get a bunch of mulligans. It's just that your score is handicapped, so that you get extra. That for you to win the hole, you have to hit get it in 6. But the other person,
I know.
Okay,
What'd you think I said?
The way you said it.
You said if I duff it, I just get to start over.
No. If I duff it, I'll go walk up to it like a jackass and hit another one, and that one won't really count.
The way you said it, though, was
I know, dude. I've golfed more than all you guys combined.
I know.
Why are you explaining this wrong?
I didn't mean that. I screwed that up. So I'll get 6 strokes on a par 4 or whatnot, and sometimes
you know this. Like I know you've never done member guest, but you've played match. Like,
no. I know. Did I
before.
say that wrong? My bad.
It's
I meant
okay.
like if I duff it, I can walk back up there, and that really doesn't count.
Is it you play a solo round, or you on a team?
I'm with
Is it
another
a
guy.
scramble,
I'm
or-
with another guy. He's got to play his ball, and I got to play my
You
ball.
gotta play your ball. Okay.
Yeah, he's a 10. I'm a 25. So we could probably do damage if I get on my game.
But Cam being a 25, and like I'm trying to get more into golf, but I would not know a handicap
I'm
because
obsessed with it.
But and I have played a lot this summer, not more recently. But would that mean like, okay, if you're a 25 and par is 72, does that mean you'd score like a 97 or so?
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
that
somewhere around
generally what we're talking about?
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
I just got to concentrate for the first time, and people are watching every move you make. So
Yeah.
it's just a little different, but I need to do it, man. I've been doing. No, we have a membership. Like we golf all the time. Like I kind of want to take it more serious.
Oh, me
I love
too.
hockey and I love playing golf, and that's what I want to do.
Would do that if I can't hit a bad shot. Just Cam, you have to hit it from the exact same spot.
He's like, nope,
until
I'm
it's a good one.
He's like, I'm a 25. I get to do this.
I'm gonna have to pick my ball up a lot and just be like, "Just go, Adam."
The thing is, you can't. You
No,
got to keep on.
if-
You gotta,
In a tournament like this?
they'll let if
double
I'm
par,
out.
What is it? Double par. Probably?
Yeah, if I'm like, I'll just scratch the hole because it's every hole, so you start over every hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have to
You'll
play.
just lose every hole.
Yeah, if I'll just pick mine, but he can
He'll be on
dominate.
the green.
He'll dominate though.
You'll be in the middle of the fairway. and you'll just be like, "Yeah, we're done with.
We're
this
done.
one."
We're
That's
done.
why scrambles are great because you don't have to, be responsible for
they're fantastic.
the team.
Nothing worse than a golfer in front of you that's just hitting every shot and they're duffing it and they're taking their time. People really complain about that.
People, like I've had friends who get really mad when like I'm playing with them because I'm terrible. But like I'll just like pick it up and be like, yeah, I'm done with this hole.
And that's what I like.
And people will be like, no, play it out. I'm like, no.
Wait, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to regroup.
Keep the pace of play.
I'm going to regroup. I'm going to sit in the cart and we're going to go.
There's nothing worse than sucking at golf and then people assuming you're the one holding up the pace of play.
Yeah.
When you're actually the one.
It's like I'm quick. I'm bad, but I will do it.
Picking up and just skipping a hole.
Yeah.
I'm not the one holding up the pace of play. I'm waiting.
I run. I sprint to my ball to try to not be the.
Are you Mark Wahlberg?
I sprint so that I'm not the guy that everybody's like, oh, this guy. I got to play with this guy.
Me too, dude.
I'm like, come on. I'm not trying to be that guy.
I won't look for my ball. I'll
take a glance. Can't find it.
Can't find it. We're good. I don't want to hold anybody up.
I was gonna do like that, like shuffle sprint, because I don't want to like tear up the grass.
Don't run on the green.
Not on the green.
Don't run on the green like my dogs did.
Even on the fairway, I like do like that, like shuffle sprint.
I'm usually in the rough anyway, so it's not a problem.
It's good to be good at golf.
Terrible.
All right, let's.
I have big Big 12 ref news after the break.
You're
as
damn
well.
right. Okay, we're gonna go to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak. And there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
It's stronger than grandmother's breath.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Out there on the ground, making sure they're keeping people safe.
DHS says Operation Midway Blitz targets criminal illegal aliens who flock to Chicago and Illinois. The House committee investigating the Jeffrey Epstein case is scheduled to meet with former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch. It's not known what the former AG under President Obama will have to say about the late sex trafficker to the House Oversight Committee today. A magnitude 5.8 earthquake struck off California and Oregon, 9:08 local time last night, centered around 165 miles northwest of Eureka, California, and 102 miles west-southwest of Port Orford, Oregon. Possible pathways to keep tariffs in place are being looked at by the White House.
President Trump's administration has asked the Supreme Court to quickly review an appeals court ruling that a 1970s national security law does not grant the president the power to set tariffs. Trump allies say they are confident that the Supreme Court will provide a more favorable interpretation of the executive's authority. However, if the justices let an appellate ruling stand, Trump has got a series of options for pursuing tariffs through laws delegating the constitutional power to the president to levy tariffs. I'm Mark Mayfield.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say: "We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. StrongTel.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
Get BC.com.
Gonna need lawyers, right?
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
The Maddie Festival and Conference is back. September 12th through the 14th in the Grand Center Arts District. 3 days, 15 stages, and more than 100 performances featuring legends Common and Pete Rock, Patti LaBelle, and De La Soul. Also R&B stars Lucky Day, Leon Thomas, and Leela James. Jazz greats Branford Marsalis, Pedrito Martinez, and the Baylor Project. And of course, funk masters John Medeski, the SOS Band, and Carl Denson. Plus Maddie artist in residence, STL's very own Keon Harold. Enjoy live music, art exhibit, carnival rides, food trucks, and from thought leaders across music, art, tech, and innovation, and see community curation by Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis, The Walls Off Washington, Poetry Motion, Pack Dance, and more. Meet us at the intersection of art and life in the heart of Midtown St. Louis. Purchase festival passes now at MaddieSTL.org.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, 9:06 on a Tuesday. This is the Lou Information Station live at LouInfo.com. We're live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Lou Info. Like and subscribe. Chat away. Do your thing. Cam Janssen, Matthew Rocchio, Brandon Schaefer.
Well.
And, of course, we have Ed and Brody Herman joining the show. What's going on, guys?
Not too much. We're doing pretty good. How about your guys' selves?
Man, I am enjoying this weather. I had a great weekend, a little golf, a little barbecue, chilling out, watched Silence of the Lambs for about 2 hours.
Wow.
For some reason, I don't know.
Interesting choice.
I couldn't stop watching it, and then watch a bunch of college football and NFL. What'd you guys do?
Man, I was enjoying. I didn't.
Like I'm watching a great cinematic movie. I'm watching football.
Yeah. You had a real weekend.
That's
there.
what I do.
What did we went to? Well, we went to the movies to see the new Naked Gun, but we didn't do that on the weekend. I guess that was Thursday.
That was Thursday.
The weather was fantastic. I got one of these. I mentioned. Maybe we didn't mention that, but like a week or two ago, we got Brody a new car. We got him one of those Tesla Model Ys.
Yeah,
because
nice.
they have the self-driving, full self-driving. You got to supervise it. But I got to tell you, and I say this as a personal injury lawyer who, all I do for a living are car accidents. I see a lot of this stuff. These things are unbelievable. I cannot believe. It's like you wake up and you're living in, like 1,000 years from now. You woke up in the future. You expect Captain Kirk in the backseat or something. These things are insane. So I got him one of these, and I enjoyed it so much the first couple of days. I wouldn't even let him drive it. I just wanted to drive it. I was enjoying it. Then I went back and I had to get myself one. So now we're matching buddies. So then, they sell all these really cool camping like accessories, and they make these beds that fit perfectly into the back of the Tesla Model Y. Like they're made for it. You unroll them, you stick them in, they fill up with air. So I went out there and I'm just taking naps in the back of my car, enjoying the fresh air. Did it down at Kirkwood Park. Just leave it open and just have that. And I'm like, this is all I need.
So I'm trying to think what those look like. The Ys you
Model
said?
Y, they kind of look like an egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could fit in that and lay down?
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me tell you.
Electric
if you go
SUV.
onto YouTube and you go to Snuzu, SNUZUU, it is an unbelievable product that they made that inflates, and it feels like a hotel bed. It doesn't feel like an air mattress. They give it some real thickness. Let me tell you, that's a game changer for me because I'm an indoors kind of guy. But what if it's beautiful out?
Yeah.
I know.
And then what?
Put you in a good mood.
Yeah. So then I'm thinking, how do I get that fresh air but not leave my bed? And I'm like, but what if I take a bed with me?
Yes.
And let me tell you, it's like I felt like I beat the system.
It's like you were camping again.
Yes. It was. It sort of was. I was in Kirkwood. Granted, I was just parked in their parking lot, but I could see from the window water, and that felt good.
So it's like you were on the water, basically.
That to me, that's like basically I was boating.
I love
but
it.
I was in a parking lot.
The lights beam down on the water at night. You could see the kind of
It's just relaxing.
Happiness.
And
now, Brody.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the self-driving and just kind of press the button, whatever it is?
Oh yeah, I mostly exclusively use self-driving. Yeah.
Are you paying attention the whole time, kind of like you're still driving because you're so worried about what's going on?
Yes. I am. I'm still I'm fully attentive, but I realize now this is the wave of the future, guys. This full self-driving, it's where we're going. We have to embrace it. It's here now. I haven't had this excitement since when I first got the iPad for the first time, and I'm like, okay, this is going to change the world.
And
it did.
And it did. Sometimes you interact with a piece of technology, and you just realize that everything is changed.
Yep.
And it's only happened a couple of times in our lives. But this, and I mean, listen, it's not like self-driving's brand new. I know they've been working on this now for 6-7 years, and other companies, Google has their Waymo cars that are doing it, and they're doing it totally without a driver. Down in Arizona, you can call them like you call an Uber, and it comes up to you. There's nobody in the car.
San Francisco, they have them too.
The Bay Area is big with them now, and also now Austin, Texas.
That makes sense.
Is becoming bigger with them, but. And listen, I love driving. I'm a driver. I grew up. I like doing it, but I got to tell you, it doesn't mean that I'm not blown away by that technology. It doesn't mean I wouldn't use it on a very long road trip.
Oh yeah,
where I didn't want to have to.
What are the concerns? Like, were you ever in one and you put that mode on and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, let me take control.
Suicide
now.
lines. That's
yes,
probably the
suicide
biggest.
lanes in St. Louis, and not to say it couldn't handle them, but. That nerve-wracking. You get people coming into that turn lane at the same side on both sides. I'm not trusting anybody else with my fate.
I agree.
I've also noticed, like, when we've come up, if you're coming up to a 4-way stop sign and 4 cars basically get there at the same time, you get that little instinct. Again, like, I'm curious how the self-driving would handle it. Like, maybe it would be perfect. But there's that little instinct that says we all got to this 4-way at the same time. I'm just going to go with my eyes, and because there's a little extra. It's not just the Google or the cameras are seeing the cars.
There's a human element.
There is, and the thing is, they're not looking at the facial expressions of the other drivers. They're looking at the vehicles and what the vehicles are doing. But with those 4-way stops, there's that little unspoken language between other drivers where you kind of look at each other and kind of establish whose turn it is.
You feel it, yeah.
So like in those moments, but you know what? It's so easy it's as easy to pull it out of self-driving as getting out of cruise control, just a tap of the brake or a turn of the wheel. And then there's a button that you just hit it and it go right back into it. So you can take it off for 10 seconds, put it right back on, and go on with your life. No, it handles them perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are weird sometimes.
And let me tell you what else it handles surprisingly well. Because I always tell them, I'm like, listen, if you're coming on something and you're not sure how it's going to handle it, if there's no danger, if there's no other cars around, give the car a chance. Let's learn what it's capable of.
Yeah.
But be attentive. And if it's not doing exactly what your instinct says it should be, then go ahead and take control. So a good example is like construction. So you wonder, like, okay, I'm going up Old Woods Mill, and it cuts down to one lane because there are cones and there are construction. I'm like, well, let me see if it can handle this. And it did. And it handled it beautifully. And I'm like, okay, it knows construction. But like in my mind, if we were on one of those roads where one guy's holding up a slow, letting cars in one direction go, and now he's going to flip it, and now it's a stop. I'm not letting it take.
Sorry, Elon, I'm not there yet.
Maybe it would do it, but I'm not taking my chances on that.
Is there any other cars doing this, by the way?
Just those Google Waymos.
Okay.
But I don't think that's a good question. Do you know, are any of the other EVs?
When you say it's no hand on the wheel, no nothing, like you're able to go with no hand on the wheel even?
Yes. No, total 100% self-driving. Now, the coolest feature, and this one I do use. I didn't use it when I pulled in here because we were running late.
The auto park.
Auto park is amazing.
Nice.
It is like as you're slowly going through a parking lot, it identifies all of the empty spots, and all you have to do is tap on the one you want, hit a button,
son of a gun,
and it always backs in.
It always backs in.
It always backs in, and wait, it gets even better. It'll do that on a parallel park situation too.
Yeah.
So you're driving along a city street, and if you slow down, it knows, oh, they must be looking to park. It identifies all of the areas on the sidewalk where there's enough room that it knows it could fit in.
Wow.
Highlights them. You just tap on one, hit a button, and it will parallel. I did this in front of Olive and Oak on Friday night, and it was beautiful.
This explains why I got really mad the other day because I was in a parking garage and somebody started backing into a spot. And based on the traffic, it was not a time to back into a spot, but it was a Tesla. And I now think I'm like, oh,
that's
they
exactly
must
what
have
it
just
was.
clicked on it and they didn't think like there's a bunch of traffic. This is going to take longer.
That's the way it
this
goes.
is the easiest way to do it. And it was a Tesla. I'm like, of course, the Tesla's backing in while everyone else is held up in traffic.
Yes,
But I just realized they were 100% just doing
that's
the auto
what they were
park.
doing.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind that doesn't completely excuse them. We were at the Alamo Draft House. That's where we like to go to the movies down at the Foundry.
It's great.
And we were driving the Tesla. We were going to see The Naked Gun. And there were cars behind me. So when it was there, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do the self-park thing. What I did was I drove the car all the way to the top where there were no cars, and then I let it park.
I love it.
But the point is, you still have to be a courteous person. Don't do stuff that's going to hold people up. But it really is. I mean, it is a marvel. And let me tell you, the other thing is you've never seen cars accelerate like these. But I guess that's probably all the EVs because they don't have to go through all the gears.
Sure. I drove the truck, and it was like a rocket ship.
Wow. Really, he was just mentioning a shoe, Hummer just came out with a series of EVs.
That's wild.
EV Hummer, they have one now, the EV3. I just looking it up, and it's got almost 1,100 horsepower.
It's amazing.
Are you kidding me? Now you're talking about almost 1,100 horsepower, and without having to go through gears, you're literally just hitting a pedal and it's going. I can't even imagine the G-force that's creating in that car.
Is yours pretty quick though?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the zip, it's a zippy car. Yeah. I don't like being in other people's blind spots. I'm very conscious of it.
Get through it.
So you brought it up on the thing.
Yeah, so they have three. They have three engines. It looks like 625, an 830, and then 1,000 horsepower in the Edition 1. What
are those going
the
for?
EV3X, you can also get 1,000 horsepower in that one as well.
Yeah, actually, and they're giving you approximations. It's closer to 1,100.
What are those going for, Rock?
The EV3, I think, starts at about 105,000 and goes up from there.
Yeah.
That's a pricier one. But if I'm not mistaken, the EV3, even though it's a Hummer, it's also a pickup truck because it's basically like a Jeep Gladiator. So it has an open back. And it's a convertible. The top either goes down or comes off. So, I mean, it's either going to be a colossal disaster because how can you combine all those things, or it's going to be the greatest thing that's ever been made.
Hummer was gigantic. And remember the H2, everybody had a Hummer. And then they kind of went away for about 10, 15 years. It was because the gas
prices exploded.
That's right.
We had really low gas prices for a period of time, and those got huge. And then gas went through the roof. And it became almost like slightly embarrassing driving them because there was stigma attached to the gas guzzling.
Right. Yeah.
But now you're getting, I guess, sort of the benefits of it, but you're getting it in an EV.
That's right.
When do you think there's going to be driverless trucks on the road?
I actually think that those will become common before even the cars do, because for the sake of the economy, if you really want to affect either bring prices down or increase profits, depending on how you're looking at it, imagine if you had trucks running out there 24/7 and
stop
and with the safety, right? Because most trucking, it's highly regulated. Most of our trucking accidents that we handle at the firm are born out of it's not really the truck driver's fault more often than not. Truck drivers, I mean, the training that they get, and they're so accustomed to these enormous vehicles, they're like the best drivers on the road. But they're highly regulated in terms of how many hours can they drive and how large of the load can they handle and how much rest do they need. And these companies are always on tight deadlines. They're always missing things. They're always going to lose out on money if they don't get things there at a certain time. So the pressure that they put on these drivers to butt up against all of the regulations is just enormous. Most of the cases we have, most of the ones that you read about where there's a lot of money involved, it's not just because somebody was killed. A lot of people get killed in accidents, and the value of those claims varies widely. But it's because if they violated regulations, there's that aspect that needs to punish them.
What's the most common accident you deal with?
Oh, hold on a second. Why do you think Cam is too scared to get involved
He
in
never said
Glory
he was
Pro?
too scared.
Wait, guys, you're in for a shocker. We got exciting stuff coming down the pike with Cam. We're not going to reveal it here, but we can tease it. Believe me, Cam is not scared to get involved with Glory Pro.
Come on, baby.
The last I heard, there had to be some paperwork, but there was
But it'll get done, and believe me, we are going to see Cam Janssen involved in Glory Pro somehow.
Yes.
It's going to be a tremendous
Yeah.
thing. It's going to be great.
It's too much of a natural fit. So something exciting is going to happen there.
Ooh, baby. Let's go. So, Brody, you watch, what do you think of Mizzou?
What I thought of Mizzou, I think they did very well on Saturday. Defeated Kansas 42-31. Watched the game. It actually was on the TV while during Wrestling on the Spectrum. I had the game on in the background.
Nice.
It was great. I think Mizzou's going to have a very good season. I really, really do. I think they have a legitimate chance to make the college football playoff if the chips lay. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of this program. I really, really am. I love what I'm seeing out of Mizzou basketball. I just talked about Tony Bryant committed to Mizzou yesterday.
What a day.
The amount of money that's just flowing from Mizzou athletics right now is through the roof. I'm loving it. There's nothing better. It's a great time to be a Tiger fan. Have you seen the renovations they've done in the stadium? I know you have, Brendan, but they've got renovations going on.
I've never been there, Brody.
Oh, you got to get out there for real. After the renovations are done.
Yeah.
And you see the north end zone and the south end zone, it really does feel like an SEC stadium. Like all those people who say Mizzou doesn't belong in the SEC, they're wrong. They have one of the best stadiums. It's going to be there. I'm telling you.
Preach.
It's going to be.
You got a new best friend.
Listen, Brennan. There's a lot to love about Mizzou sports.
I love
There's nothing better. I'm telling you. It is all gas, no brakes from here. I think they're going to have a great season. SEC is going to be tough. But by the way, I'm even going to give it even better. Mizzou and South Carolina could be on college football game day.
Oh, I've been trying to pump that up and sending out tweets to the ESPN executives asking if did they see the atmosphere for the Kansas game. Like,
they still
come
got to
on,
beat Louisiana next week.
Oh, come on, Cam.
I don't even think that's going to be a thing. I hope we see Matt Zollers in that game, the true freshman quarterback they got there.
Ooh, if you get up by enough, yeah.
Yeah, Gavin Sidwar, they got him committed to the program. They've got a deep quarterback room coming in. I really am believing in what Drink is doing with the recruiting. And with Dennis Gates done with her, it's like they're outdoing each other. It's quite phenomenal. And I'm really excited about where this program is going. It's all about what stratosphere you're in with NIL. That's really where you are as a college program. And for the stratosphere that Mizzou is really in now, that they can just drop multi-million-dollar bags on quarterback and Jason Crow and Tony Bryant. The sky is the limit for where they can go. What they've done over there in the Tiger Collective and the fun for every true Tiger and just some of the events they have, and it's been incredible. And of course,
give him a hug. Give him a hug. Give him a hug right now, Brent. There you go. There it is.
This is my guy. Although he did say something about Prabula that I wasn't so sure about, but otherwise, I love what I'm hearing.
What'd you say?
I said Prabula might not win the Heisman. Shouldn't be considered for the Heisman. Listen, I love Prabula. Maybe he should. Maybe down the line. Him and Lenora. Are we ready to see that, folks?
Yeah, baby.
In South Carolina, I love Lenora Sellers. In all seriousness, he actually could be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft legitimately. The way the season could be going, we could be having this conversation March or April from now, and Lenora Sellers could be the guy that we're all talking about. He could win the Heisman. What they've got going on, he has made South Carolina relevant because remember this, Mizzou beat South Carolina for the 5 previous years before last year. That's why I was like, how does South Carolina this high of a favorite over Mizzou when they beat him for the previous 5 years. But he's really brought South Carolina Gamecock football back. I mean, he really has. What Sellers has done there, he has been excellent, and he's made them a legitimate contender for the college football playoff. That game is going to be very important. It might be one of the hardest Mizzou has all year. And Oklahoma's gotten better with John Mateer at quarterback, Ben Arbuckle at OC, and they got Jaden Ott, the transfer running back from Cal Berkeley there in the backfield. Legitimately, Oklahoma will be a tough game for Mizzou this year, maybe even tougher than Alabama. Have you seen how Alabama's starting off the year against Florida State?
We got them in the bag. We got them in the bag. He's fired up.
Oh, I'm ready.
This is a proof positive. Yeah, a lot of people think he's just wrestling because that's sort of the angle that we went with.
Whoa!
This guy consumes the
He's
stuff.
He's fired up about all the right stuff.
Unbelievable.
I'm fired up.
I'll get him on the Perbula for Heisman campaign too. One of these days. I'll get him to come around.
Do you like college more than NFL?
Here's the difference. I love college. You get support from towns you never heard of before, and they come out in droves to go watch their college. It's special. It really, really is. I'm not going to just specifically I know Iowa City for the Hawkeyes, Lincoln, Nebraska for the Cornhuskers, Columbia, South Carolina for the Gamecocks, Mississippi, Oxford. These towns you never heard of before. They're not big cities, but, their college team, they go out and they support the tailgating, the atmosphere. They love it there. The students just have this enormous pride for their school. And I don't care what anybody says. When people storm the field and people storm the court, the universities save those images. They don't care what the fine is. They put it on every single promotional video that they could possibly have.
So would it be a fair statement that college football has far more intense, passionate fans, even though obviously the quality of play is better at the professional level?
Yes, absolutely. The passion is just different. Just some of the traditions, the names for the rivalry games. You can look this up. They have some great names for some rivalries that they have in college football. And I think the rivalries are just intense, and particularly.
Why do they not have that in the NFL? Why don't they have names to the rivalries? Why aren't there specific games that are on the schedule? Because you went to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I love that there was a special game every year against Wisconsin where there was something.
Battle for the Axe is
the battle for the axe.
Yeah.
Why? I love that.
But don't the Lions play the Bears every year?
So why doesn't that have a name? Why isn't there a special annual trophy that if you win if you win both games because they face twice, right? You get something. If you split it, it's a wash.
Okay.
But if you win both, you get the something.
Maybe it's the 2 games per year thing that makes it lose some of the luster.
Yeah, but just solve it the way.
No, for sure.
I love the themes for the bowl games. I love when they do the Duke Mayo Bowl and they dump the coach with mayonnaise.
Right. I mean, that's to me is the fun. The NFL needs more fun.
They need more fun. They really, really do. I love it. I love the fun that it has, and they should. I think baseball's got that fun with their home run derby, and they have great rivalries in baseball. I think the greatest rivalry in the history of sports is the Red Sox versus the Yankees.
That's only because you're my child.
No, I'm serious, guys. The history and the ambiance, there's nothing like Red Sox Yankees. ESPN can't wait to get that game on there, despite the fact they hardly market the MLB and their relationship is frayed. But when that rivalry is there, you better believe it's on ESPN. And I think Mizzou, Kansas, not to say it's at the level of all the other college rivalries. I'm not saying it's Ohio State and Michigan. I'm not saying that it's the level of Duke and North Carolina like an in-state. But there's a legitimate bloodshed that started that rivalry.
People are saying different, though, around town.
Oh,
they love it in the Midwest.
What are they saying?
Mizzou fans need to calm their asses down a little bit. You're getting too excited.
They just read too many of my tweets. That's all.
Jamie Rivers.
I've heard about that on the other thing. That comment is going viral. And listen, it's not going to dictate the season. It's not. Beating Kansas. But fans care about moral victories, and they love to hang that over people's heads. Because, you see, here's the thing about a rivalry. Somebody who's a Kansas fan you went to high school with, and you're texting them on the phone, and you're saying, guys, Mizzou has won this game. I've got it over you for a year. You thought Jalen Daniels was the most intimidating quarterback. We're going to show you that he's not. That's what's great about college sports. It's that intimacy of we're going to get at somebody. It's phenomenal. That rivalries make sports great. In hockey, Cam, they have so many great hockey rivalries. The Blackhawks.
Yeah, they need to fix. The Blues and Blackhawks has gone downhill in recent years, and even if you ask some of the current players, you ask them who their biggest rivalry is, they might say Dallas or Minnesota. They don't even mention Chicago anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Cam, what is the biggest rivalry in hockey in your opinion?
Well, in the 90s, it was the Red Wings Avalanche because there was just fights out the wazoo. Rangers and Devils were always big. Washington Capitals and Pittsburgh with Ovi and Crosby going toe to toe. Man,
but is there's not one that like stands above?
Oh God,
the test of time.
Boston and Montreal.
Of course.
Yeah.
What about the Maple Leafs? Are they involved in any major rivalries?
Yeah, they were. They're rivalries with everybody because they get chirped more than anybody. They're fans. They
Are you a big Tim Hortons fan?
What's that? God,
Hortons
I
fan?
used to be. When I lived up there, I loved it. Because they had good deli meat too, and their coffee was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Timmy's.
Good old Canadian Tim Hortons. Now, would I want to live in Canada? No.
You made that very clear.
No.
Yeah,
on a number of
but
occasions.
little too cold. Just a little.
You'd be one of the hockey players nowadays. It's like, is Florida offering me a contract? I'm there.
I mean, Matthew Tkachuk relieved that he's a Florida Panther?
Gosh, yes. You know how many players want to play down there?
Oh,
God, it makes the season more enjoyable, the grind more enjoyable, not just for you, but for your wife and your children. When your wife's at home and you're on a 10-day road trip, she can go outside. She could have activities. Imagine living.
She can go outside.
No, seriously. No.
It's a luxury.
I'm dead serious.
I know it
Imagine
is.
living up in Canada, in Alberta.
Yep.
And your family's going to walk outside when it's negative 20 degrees out. There's a big difference there in your morale. I'm telling you.
I agree.
Now, is the difference? Here it is. I know that for baseball and football, the Dolphins, the Marlins, and the Rays, they don't have any fans that go to the games. They're always out doing stuff. Do people like Florida more for the experience and the weather rather than playing in front of a large amount of fans?
Their fans are getting better, but if they didn't have fans, I think, people would argue that back in the 90s, no one was craving to go to Florida when they weren't that good, and maybe the early 2000s and whatnot. It does help to have a fan base. They won a couple cups now. They got a pretty good fan base.
The Heat's
so far.
number one team down there in Miami. Miami Heat is the preeminent sports team in Miami, Florida. It's not the Panthers, it's not the Marlins, and it's not the Dolphins. It's the Miami Heat that is the preeminent franchise in Florida, and particularly Miami. They are the preeminent franchise. They love their basketball down there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
It
big.
helps. It's a nighttime activity. It's indoors.
Yeah.
There's the games aren't as long.
It's naturally got
You
kind
know,
of a vibe to it because there's always music playing.
Yeah.
and stuff
Right.
like that.
You know,
It's a different
it
environment.
has
Yeah.
it feels a little bit more like the city itself. Loud,
Interesting.
crowded,
Panthers
fun.
play in the middle of nowhere.
I will say,
Yeah.
well, that part of that is that the Panthers have done a lot of quality of life things for their players. Like Matthew Tkachuk talks about how Matthew Tkachuk can just like ride his bike to the
his
training
golf cart,
facility.
yeah.
His golf cart. Yeah. So like they've put everything really close together, and it's already in an area near where the players want to live in the first place. So the players don't have to like drive 45 minutes to get to the rink. To
Yeah,
practice or anything,
all
and
those
that's a
things
huge
make a
factor.
difference.
They
That's
do.
quality of life.
They do. There's such a difference when you live up in the cold and you have to go out and I'm telling you.
I hate the cold.
I'm telling you right now.
You don't have to
The
convince
days
me.
the days are long, it's freezing.
He's getting
cold.
flashbacks right
I'm
now.
just telling you. Then you're like, I got to drive up this hill, and it's snowing out the wazoo. Like it's a problem.
I mean,
It
they're
is.
one of the only franchises because I think right now a lot of the franchises are being bought by private equity, and they're more prioritizing team evaluation rather than I think fan experience. And I don't think they really care about the fans; it's more about the evaluation of the overall team. And I just think that there's a lot of PE buying up a lot of these franchises. I don't know.
Man, is there any industry where private equity isn't buying up everything?
That's how I feel.
I mean,
Probably not.
we are living in a time. I mean, it's hitting our industry big time. A lot of law firms are
really.
being approached by private equity, and I know a lot of accounting firms are. I mean, it's happening in what feels like almost every industry. Most towns, you think that you're hiring a local mom and pop type place, but the reality of it is like take something like HVAC. Not in every community, but in most communities, there'll be like 3 major companies. They're all owned by the same place.
Yeah.
They bought private equity, bought it. They rolled up the other brands. They're getting the money regardless. And they're probably able to run it way more profitably. They share the expenses. They can share marketing, all sorts of stuff that they can do. But
they're not going to cut down on the quality.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
They're not, but they're the only people I can buy from. Why would they cut down on the quality?
Right, exactly. Let's see. They have a monopoly. Their whole goal is to make money. They're not even from here. They'll never have to look me in the eye. Yeah, there's no incentive on their part to cut my
We're
quality.
fine here.
B-Schaef,
Everything's great.
B-Schaef, I think you know a rant from a musical that would go great in this situation.
Which musical?
They're con men. They're con men is my joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's a big music man.
I don't know
He's a big music man kind of guy.
Well, we got trouble right here in River City.
Oh, you asked him last week. I did the whole thing out there in the lobby.
He has the
Oh, is
whole
that
opening
right?
patter for that song, and so that's why I was.
If I ever do a karaoke,
and you know
that's the one I want to go for.
I am a musical theater guy.
Okay.
I am a grown-up theater kid.
Love it.
And that number is one of the most challenging numbers.
Oh, I
and
love
for
it.
some reason, verbally, and it's weird because when you get to the fast singing, you get to the stuff from the faster stuff in Hamilton, Guns and Ships, that kind of stuff, Washington on Your Side. I can nail all of that.
Yeah.
I cannot do We Got Trouble or You Got Trouble. It just, those words, I trip on them every time. I cannot get those complicated phrases out of my mouth.
I did it for Rock 2 weeks
I
ago.
can't say the word frittering.
Can you do
I can't
it?
even say frittering.
Frittering away.
Frittering
Your
away.
young men will be frittering. Frittering away. They're noontime, supper time, short time too. Yeah, man. You got trouble, Music Man.
That's right. Very good, bro.
What the hell did you say?
Raise him well.
I love it. Yeah, dude.
Of course.
I was a Music Man in high school. Did the whole thespian.
Is
the
that
whole
your
bit.
dream part? What would be your?
Harold Hill would be my dream part. I was actually I was a year too young in high school when we did it to have been in the running because there was like the me from the next grade was the part. But I always joked with him. I'm like, Peter, you better learn your lines, brother, because if not, I'm gonna off you.
You're coming in.
Where'd you go to high school?
We're gonna Wentzville. I went to Holt.
Okay.
So St. Charles County way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or somebody just won the lottery, by the way. I think they won in St. Charles. Was it St.
I thought they were in Spanish Lake.
St. Louis.
Oh, Spanish Lake.
I thought it was Spanish Lake. Yeah.
In
Which,
Texas.
It's I mean, $1.8 billion.
Yeah.
But for me, I would say probably Jean Valjean is probably the part I'd want to play. But my voice is more tailored to Javert. I'm more
because
bass,
the Jean
more
Valjean
baritone.
comes up here. That's me too. Like the Harold Hill is there's one kind of ballad that goes up a little bit there, but I could do it if I had to.
Yeah.
But everything else is like the fast talking. That would be the dream.
Yeah.
Community theater. If there's one around here that does it, I'm getting a little bit up. You got to be like a little bit younger for the role. But I mean, at some point, man, if they do it, if someone's doing community theater, Music Man, I will audition.
You don't have to be younger. I mean, Robert Preston, how old are you now? He was older than you.
He was older than 31.
My
so
parents,
I'm still in the range.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents have been doing their play at the parish down at St. Gabe's
Yeah.
every summer since I was a little kid before I was even born. And they haven't done it in a while, but I have a feeling Music Man is probably going to come around the
I would drive
again.
I would drive an hour.
I'll let you know.
Audition for it.
Do you have to warm up your voice?
I mean, yeah, to do some of the songs, you would definitely have to.
Like
But
you have your little routine that you would do before you went out there?
I was not quite so trained in that. I did choir as it went along. I got into the good choir mostly because they needed guys, and my girlfriend, now my wife, she was in it.
Nice.
And the choir teacher really wanted another guy, and she's like, yeah, okay, come in. And I was like, I don't read music. And she's like, it'll be fine. And I was.
Yeah,
So,
same.
yeah, but not classically trained.
Brendan, do you go to the Muni a lot? Are you a big theater goer? Do you go to the Fox?
Yeah, we didn't make it out to the Muni this year. This year, a little too hot. I can say this now because my wife put it on Facebook yesterday, but we're expecting a baby in January.
Oh, hey.
So we're excited about that.
Dude, you buried the lead, man. You buried the lead.
Baby number 2 on the way. So
go.
we're excited about that. But that meant the hot nights at the Muni were not going to be it for her this summer. But we try to go once a summer for sure, and we love it. So yeah, it's I'm glad we got the people.
They
here
had
for me
a
to talk
phenomenal. They had a phenomenal lineup at the Muni this summer, and there were a few that I wanted to go to.
Yeah,
but I had a surgery, and it took me out of the game for a few weeks because I wanted to see La Cajafo there.
Yeah,
every year I have written that in as why don't you do this year? Because they'd only ever done it once.
Yeah.
There. And when it was first on Broadway, it won the Tony for Best Musical.
Mm-hmm.
They've done 2 revivals on Broadway since, and each of the revivals won the Tony for Best Revival. It's a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
Hysterically funny. So you're over there, Cam, saying, I never heard of it, but you have. Because if you've seen the movie The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, that is a non-musical version of La Cajafo.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the basic story. It's hysterical.
You mentioning the Muni's lineup this summer, finally, I was like, in my head, I'm like, man, what would be my one part I'd really want to play? And part of this would be not that I actually want to play. If I had the voice to play this part,
Frankie Valli and Jersey Boys.
It'd be Frankie.
As soon as you said,
if I could be on a stage rocking out that set list,
let me tell you now, I didn't see it this summer there, but the last time Jersey Boys was at the Muni, it was so good that people were behaving as if they were at a concert and not at a show. And we're literally jumping up out of their seats during the numbers and applauding and dancing.
What's it about?
It was phenomenal. Well, Jersey Boys tells the story of the Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, how they came together and how their music career emerged. And normally, those kind of shows aren't always great. They're more like kind of a musical review and excuse just to get the songs in there. But that one is legitimately really good story, great to watch. They made a movie out of it, and the movie was directed by Clint Eastwood. Yeah. So ask yourself, you get one of these big, tough, macho guys, although let's face it, he's a Hollywood actor. Yeah. So, he's only playing a cowboy,
he
folks.
looks the part.
Yeah, you understand he's not actually a cowboy. He's an artist.
Yes.
That said, the fact that he would choose to make that, I think, is a symbol that it was very universal. Yeah, it was. I think
I've seen Frankie Valli in concert, though. I've seen Frankie Valli.
He's still out there performing, and it's sad. I don't know if you've seen it. Like Frankie Valli's in his 90s now. He's like 92. Yeah. He did Stiefel a couple of years ago when he was 90. He did the Family Arena when he was 88. I went to both shows. He was phenomenal. But when he's on stage, because he's 92, his face doesn't really move. It's frozen. His eyes don't close, and his mouth, because he's singing in falsetto. Everybody thinks he's lip syncing. He's not. No. When you're in falsetto, you just don't have to move your mouth very much. Right. But if you watch these videos of him performing, oh my God, it looks like a corpse is on stage performing.
He just has all those injections.
It is, and he's a little bony guy to begin with.
Yeah.
So he does. I love him. If you're on the 1,000,000 to 1 chance, and it's more like 10,000,000 to 1 chance that Frankie, if you're listening, or if somebody who knows him is going to get back to him, just know you're a marvel. You're a legend. You're the king. You just happen to look right now every bit your age, and it's a little frightening sometimes. You look a little bit like a corpse, but you sound like an angel. Now, Kenny Rogers had the worst plastic surgery of any.
He gambled and he lost.
Oh God!
What about Wayne?
Oh, he went hard after Kenny Rogers.
What about Wayne Newton too?
Terrible, but like Wayne Newton, okay, like he's theatrical. He can get away with that. Kenny Rogers was a country guy.
Yeah.
Dude, you're supposed to be like on the back of a cowboy. You're not of a horse.
Of course, yeah.
Right.
You're a cowboy.
You're a cowboy. You can't have a bunch of filler in your face making you look like a corpse, dude. You're a cowboy.
You see that with people younger and younger now.
I know, but you got to be like Willie Nelson.
Yeah,
you got to embrace every fold.
Just get your mind right and just
exactly get on the back of a horse and embrace every fold.
God, are you just fascinated that Willie Nelson's still alive?
I am. I do. I bring it up every few weeks.
I don't think he drinks though.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's a weed guy.
Drinking's what kills you.
92.
Yeah, I told you.
How does he stay alive? That's the
Ozzy
question.
Osbourne.
Has anyone heard the story when he actually ate a bat?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he used to do that on stage.
He had to get tetanus shots.
I'll bet he did.
He was eating rubber bats, and then somebody threw a real one up there, and he didn't know because he's stoned out of his mind.
Oh, really?
And he ripped it off, and he had to get those shots that are that big in your stomach. Like, blah. Yeah. He didn't feel it though.
Rock stars don't do that anymore. Nobody's eating anything they're not supposed to.
Bats anymore. What's going on with that?
There's no party behind
guitars.
Behind the stage.
Nobody's breaking their guitars anymore. They're too expensive.
No one's doing drugs anymore because you get booted right out of the band. More people are watching you. Yeah. It used to be a party backstage. Now it's all business. It's changed.
It is. It's because it's all corporate sponsors.
Yeah.
It's all. Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like I don't know. Maybe every generation feels this way that, the best of our have gone by, like a lot of that stuff.
Keith Richards is still around though. He's lived a tough life. Old Keith Richards.
I know, but you know what? But even
Stones.
they all did. But we're still looking at the last 10 years of most of these legends. Like no matter how much they've defied the odds,
right?
It is kind of a sad reality when you're looking around at these legends. Whether it's Clint Eastwood or Paul McCartney or Elton John and, all of these guys. And, in the next 10 years, they're all going to be gone or most of them will be gone. There may be a few that hang on like a Kirk Douglas hung on to 103. But
Oh God, though.
But I mean, yeah.
At that point,
at that point, you're like, exactly.
Get me out of here.
You know, the year started.
103 is your cutoff.
He couldn't do any.
Right. I mean, look, we lost Gene Hackman this year. In the next, few years, it's going to be Morgan Freeman. It's going to be Clint Eastwood. It's going to be Robert Duvall. It's going to be William Shatner.
De Niro,
it's going to be Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
I mean, they're all
with a 25-year-old.
You didn't die, but we already lost Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce Willis has been lost to us, and
he's younger than those
guys. He's only like 70.
I love this kid. He Google Shatner.
I want to know Shatner's like
he's 94.
Yeah,
94, and let me tell you,
that's the most unbelievable.
If you want to live your life like any of these people, I would live my life like Shatner.
Yes.
That man, he puts himself out there. He says yes to things.
Yes. Yeah.
He doesn't. He makes a lot of crap because he says yes. He's like, you know what?
Let's do it.
Maybe I'm going to meet my best friend. Maybe I'm just going to have a good time. He's active and engaged every day with his fans on Twitter.
That's
He
awesome.
still goes
George
to the
Takei
shows.
doesn't like him. He called him out on Howard Stern so many times.
Of course, a million times. But you know what, though? But the guy is like, he is sucking the marrow out of the bone, He is not leaving. He is not leaving one drop of life on the table.
I have a dark appreciation for him because I can't get enough of him and what's his name from Boston Legal.
James Spader.
Him and James Spader going back and forth on Boston Legal. I will watch whole seasons of that show just for their interactions. It's some of the best
writing and best acting,
oh my God,
and the best depiction of a male friendship in the history of television, I believe.
That's a great point.
It really is. If you haven't, I think, some people will ask me, like, do you watch any legal shows, right? Lawyers,
Sure.
Can you watch? And I would say, I watch it, but Boston Legal is that's the most fun to watch. And it's his portrayal of Denny Crane on that show is phenomenal. I mean, as an actor, he gets to do everything. He was up for Emmys every year he did it. He actually won two Emmy Awards. He's a 2-time Emmy Award winner playing Denny Crane. If you have not watched Shatner doing it, it's a joy. But did you know in 2006, William Shatner was the Brown and Crouppen spokesperson? If you go on YouTube, go on YouTube right now. If you type in Brown and Crouppen William Shatner, you'll probably find some of his old spots that he did.
Would that cost a pretty penny to get him?
He got a license. This was back in 06.
Oh my God, yeah.
His annual licensing, I believe, was $100,000 for St. Louis and another $100,000 for Kansas City. And then, so he only goes in for like one day, shoots everything, makes a couple $100,000 is a pretty good deal.
Pretty good gig.
But when he first, it was a big deal that they. When he started saying our name, to hear him go Brown and Crouppen, it was so
Star Trek again.
It was so magical, and the reason we stopped using, because he was really killing it for us. He was doing great. There were two main reasons we stopped. One, we had not seen Boston Legal, and some people came to us and said, "Do you really want this guy as your spokesperson? He plays a guy with Alzheimer's or who's losing his mind as a lawyer. Is that the image you want?" And we hadn't seen the show, so we were like, "Ooh, that
didn't even occur to you that there."
I didn't realize that he was a brilliant lawyer on the show who never lost a case.
Right.
If somebody had said, "Oh, great move, hiring a guy who's playing a brilliant lawyer who's never lost a case," we would have thought we were geniuses and kept using him.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, it would have made sense to actually watch the show and know what we were doing. We were stupid. And the other reason, I mean, no knock on Terry, because Terry's a phenomenal spokesperson. And I would go so far as to say, I've seen every lawyer who does their own ads in the whole country, because it's what I do for a living. I believe that there has been no more authentic or effective lawyer spokesperson on his own behalf than Terry.
Yeah.
That said, I also felt like Terry didn't want to give that up.
No.
He didn't want to give that up to Captain Kirk.
Hey, but
we did it. Sugar Ray Leonard also did some commercials for us. Yeah. Now those, you could also find those on YouTube. He was as nice as can be. You want to talk about somebody who was great to work with? It was a one-day shoot in Dallas. Somebody we're going to hire Sugar Ray Leonard for one day. Then I'm going to get all these law firms around the country to each kick in $100,000, and we're going to shoot everything for every firm in one organized day. so that we can pay Sugar Ray one time and we're going to make all this money. And maybe it was a good deal for them. I don't think it worked out for them. They kept coming to us and we kept saying, we don't want to spend $100,000 for Sugar Ray. We got our guy. We're fine. Well, like a night before the shoot, we get a call from the producer saying, we still have one open time slot. I know you don't want to pay the 100, but at that point they were like, well, they'll take anything, right? They're like, if you want to take it for $10,000, come down.
Yeah,
you could have Sugar Ray, and we're like, well, for $10,000,
fine.
Yeah. Andy and I jumped on an airplane, flew to Dallas in the morning, went to this boxing gym because that's where they were filming. Spent the day filming with Sugar Ray. And then those spots came out. We got all the spots for $10,000. It was a great deal for us. So there you go. Look how young Andy looked there.
Oh,
Andy looked like a little boy, and there was Sugar Ray.
That's Andy.
Yeah,
That's Andy.
Yeah, he was like young.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, he didn't grow. He wasn't born with that ridiculous curly head of hair and
Looks nothing like
the
him.
gray beard.
What's
No,
happened to him?
that's when we thought we were getting like a young, spry,
wow.
good-looking guy.
Wow.
A lot. Listen,
He went from that to looking like Slash.
yes, the hair is. But here's the thing: the hair is divisive, but the people that love it passionately.
Yeah. He's got hair.
Sadly,
I mean,
his
good for
wife
him.
is not amongst those
No.
people.
Well, you know.
She doesn't love it passionately. She's not a big fan. But I know how that is because, like, when I first grew the beard, not everybody likes a beard. The beards are divisive. But for the people that love the beard, they love it with an intensity that I've never experienced from the opposite sex. So
I
that's
love my beard too, man.
right. But that's the
10
question:
years and going strong.
would you rather have quality that everybody generally likes but nobody loves?
Inoffensive, but
it's like a 7 out of 10, and everybody would call it a 7. Or would you rather have a quality that for a lot of people you've now dropped to a 4? But for 20% of the population, it's a 9.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yep.
Like I think you got to go that way. Find your passionate niche. Don't try to be all things to everybody.
The jack of all trades.
Yeah, then you're just bland. Then you're buttered toast.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Everybody likes buttered toast, but you're not going to order it for your dinner, right? No. So,
I get what you're saying.
Thing that like 20% are going to go nuts for and champion your cause for. Like, I think that's where you want to be,
Brendan.
Well,
Keep
I mean,
that going, baby.
It's growing. I'm kind of hit or miss on it. Like, I don't have a take. It's just kind of happening.
No,
And
he's
we'll
starting
see.
a William Shakespeare look going.
You do. That's true. He's got the little, the small little.
My son pretends to shave it, so if I actually shave it, then he'll not be able to do that. So
Brody,
I don't know.
little Van Dyke. I think that's technically a Van Dyke
Wrestling on the
beard.
Spectrum. It's going to be great this weekend. We're going to talk a lot about the current state of WWE and AEW. We have a lot of fun on there. I'm telling you, this past weekend we were rattling off about where wrestlers play college football. And a lot of times we just have fun on there. It's just great. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be this weekend, Saturdays. We're going to be back at our normal time at 11 a.m. We won't be inconvenienced by college football again. Well, at least not this upcoming weekend. But we'll be back at our normal time, 11 a.m. We're going to have a blast on there. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
Awesome, man.
And we have a special guest filling in this week, right? Because
Swingler usually
but filling in.
Yeah, Ryan.
But Jeremy Ryan's going to be filling in, and I no knock on Jeremy because he's great, but I have a feeling Ryan is going to be a superstar on that show.
He will be. I'm looking forward to. He's going to be on next 2 weeks. As Jeremy's going to be out, he's going to be in Austin and Miami. He's quite the world traveler now. I don't know, but yeah, it'll be great. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm looking forward to it as we do every Saturday here on KLIS. It's going to be quite the treat.
Awesome,
LouInfo.com.
Awesome.
Listen live.
Let's go.
Listen live.
All right, Adam Brody, appreciate you guys coming in. We're going to go to break. We'll be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships@louinfo.com for more information.
buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. The FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for information in a 2024 homicide case. Marshawn White and Marcus Price were fatally shot while sitting outside their apartment complex on North Kings Highway Boulevard near the Hollywood Beauty Supply and Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis. It's the only homicide of 2024 that remains unsolved. Police don't think a series of shootings around St. Louis on Sunday are connected. One person died, 8 were injured. St. Louis police spokesperson Mitch McCoy said on X, detectives are working hard on the investigations. Anyone with tips should contact Crime Stoppers. Trans-Siberian Orchestra will return to St. Louis for 2 holiday shows on December 23rd. A portion of the ticket proceeds will benefit Sightman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital and Prevent Ed. Spectrum is offering up to $25,000 for tips leading to arrests for wire theft in Missouri and Illinois. They've had a 200% increase in attacks this year compared to last. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have a strong high-pressure system that'll be building over the southern plains over the next few days, and that'll keep things fair for us, but the temperatures will be heating up quite a bit. Low 80s and sunshine for today, down to 60 and a few clouds for the overnight hours. We'll be close to the 90-degree mark with sunny skies on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Janssen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton and State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's will to win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at cartoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Yeah, baby, 9:56 on a Tuesday. Lou Information Station, live on demand, louinfo.com. I know we have a little short segment here, but thank you guys for chiming in. And, of course, chime in tomorrow when we're back on from 8 to 10. We're always on YouTube. Just go to Lou Info on YouTube and like and subscribe and make fun of Brendan because he needs to calm his ass down. He needs to calm down and listen to my boy Jamie. You better listen to him.
I need to get.
You
fired
better
up.
listen to him.
I wonder if I'm not fired up enough. about
Whoa!
Mizzou.
You
That's
need
what
to,
I'm
you
starting
and
to
your people need to calm down a
What do you
little
mean by
bit.
that? What do you mean by
I
that?
mean, you're Mizzou crazy people. That's what I mean.
What's up, guys?
That's what I mean.
I mean, look,
And Kerry Davis.
until
Holy
somebody
cow,
beats
he's
us.
throwing heat on you too?
No,
You better listen to those big boys.
He
I can't wait
agreed
for-
with Jamie, and
I'm just
you know.
saying.
I can't wait for Mizzou to beat Louisiana and they just rush the field.
Oh, yeah.
my
Now I'm
gosh.
catching flack from
They
this
might.
guy.
They still got to win.
Ryan.
We're all talking about South Carolina. They still got to win that game.
Ooh, Louisiana is
Hey,
tough.
they still got to win that game,
you
Brendan.
heard
I
Brody.
want you to drink during that game just in case they're tied going in a half.
Ooh, maybe
I'm
a
actually
triple
not going.
OT.
I'm not going.
Could
to
you
that.
imagine that was a close game?
No,
You would lose your mind.
no, I'd be fine.
And Jamie and all them would laugh and chirp and say, see, I was right.
I don't think
I was right.
I don't think they're going to say that to me.
All
I don't
right.
think they really.
We got to go. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Hot Take Central 2.0. Oh, yeah.
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train. Yes, consider traveling